26 or 25? I guess it's 26. So it's 26. So welcome back everyone to bar 26. Here I am trying to work again. Sorry, I'm going to work again. I was reading stuff about math, about a project that's bothering me for a very long time. And after dealing with math and some chain rules and integral and all of the crap, I was like, dude, focus on the giving task. I know I'm getting sick of this shit, but this is my first project, and this is what's going to prove to the world that I can program. No, I'm doing all of the things wrong. I know. I should be more brave, go out and work with a company. I forget all about this silly thing. And no, that's the issue. I want to create something. That's the big issue. It's quite scary to join a team and don't feel doing anything impressive. While I was watching some videos about math, and I noticed that I have been watching YouTube for way too long. Wow, this became a rant video. I was listening to yeah, let's focus on this. I will keep the rant later for the rant series. Someday I will do some rant series like the others, but before that I must have something to show, something to prove, something to tell, a story. Under the dark night, on a campfire, with Galaxy chocolate. The Americans should be ashamed because they don't have Galaxy. Yeah, in USA they don't have this kind of precious, do they? So let's look at the last tasks that we have at our hands. Hopefully today I will finish this here. Unfortunately I couldn't finish that yesterday. So let's start the timers. Really? Yes, the animated particle and the animations are the oldest part of the code in the page system, and sorry, in the file system I meant. Page system. Am I working on a page system? And when I start working on the system, it didn't get the pattern, how the code looked like in the system. So let's test that with the here too later on. So if we have Walker and we have animation called aim, and we do aim and we add it, and it crash. Look at that. Hopefully it doesn't crash anything else. Oh wow, it's just like oh, you want to add animation? Boop. Get this animation, and so here it checked if the name is empty or not, but it didn't check if the name exists already. So let's do that. So in here it will find the temporary animated particle, and in here, if the animated particle animations dictionary contains the key of the name, then we turn something into red, and we need to turn this into white, and we return. I believe I didn't copy it in the correct way. So when we try to do that again, it turned into white. If we try to save, it turned into white. I hate this redundancy in code, but what to do? And what? White is not in capital. And what's in here? Text. Let's go to the Wii Initializer. If we can find him, lucky us, it's here. And let's turn it into white too. So let's try this again. Someday this thing won't work in even 5 minutes. If I'm going to add more stuff to the system, like this. So let's try to add the animation once again, and it turned red. Let's add aim2, and it turned white. And fastest error fix ever in history. Get the fudge out of here. Alright, check the tab for issue. Yeah, I'm still a little bit angry after watching the AI Godfather. What was his name? Hilton? I'm really bad at names, and I shouldn't forget that guy name. He's the CEO of a company, and Google bought it like 8 years ago or something. And there was an interview, and he was telling his journey about the AI and the neural system and everything. And apparently, it goes back to 1960. There's a research with integral and stuff and trying to make things linear in 1960s. And he was like, oh, I was at that time doubting this. And I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. These things should make IT people and programmers and even mathematicians feel good about themselves. They are doing stuff like... How to put it? I cannot put it in words. For some reason, it makes me angry. Make me feel so small. Make me feel so useless. It's just like the huge world, the huge... Oh god, the layers of complexity in the systems that we are trying to prove and improve, and they go back to the 50s and 60s and 70s and even 20s. Most of them comes from math researches, like the guy who made the DTST. It's based on something else, and it's based on something else. It goes back, just unbelievable. And whenever I see myself working on a game engine, it makes me feel, man, you're just fooling around. You're missing a huge, I don't know, a huge chance for better greatness. But this kind of greatness doesn't take 5 years, doesn't take 10 years, it takes many years, and there's a huge risk of failure. And it became a rant episode instead of programming. Sorry about that. So yeah, I was kind of like dwelling in these stuff, and I was like, you know what, you need to finish this fast. You really need to finish this fast. The faster you finish it in a great way, not in a silly, shallow way, the earlier you can get into real stuff. And because every time I feel I'm dealing with priority lists and decryption and all these crap, like, what are you doing? You learn way higher stuff in algorithm classes. You learn way much higher that this kind of things just nuisance. The things that you learn on the first year, put all of this to shame. It just Unbelievable. Maybe the applied science is way much more difficult than learning it theoretically. Duh, but I'm still not convinced. I still feel guilty. So it's funny. I should stop right here and focus on work. I apologize. This is something that was in my head for 2 days now. And it didn't form about the AI, but it just small part of it. Just very small part of it. So there's an issue that when we change the side, it doesn't matter in here. So it's loading the wrong data. Actually, yeah. Actually, this is not the first time I have problems with this data and updating it. So here immediately it loads the right data. But when I deal with the walker or the AP, it apparently doesn't care. So let's take a look. I believe this one have a loader. Let me try to close the other pages so I can work easily. Oh wow, oh, see, I passed an animation creation and I thought it was 2 tabs. Without noticing, I already left my range. So that's why I like to close them, just to make sure. Oops, not you. Alright, so this is the only one that's open. So what's going on here? We are dealing with the timber animation layer all the time. And I remember yesterday I was dealing with the ls leave thing, and the function wasn't there. So this is a track bar. I see. And it's updating the view based on the number of frame and the animated particle without deciding the position, I believe. So let's focus a little bit in here. So this is an issue that we need to update, but there's another place that we need to update. Where is it? Who is responsible on updating this crap? So this is what happened when you select it. It changed the main SP to the viewer, and it take the data from this guy instead of it doesn't have other overloads. Well, we need to use something else, not this guy, that's for sure. So let's try to figure out which one we should use. We have the bitmap only. We have a rectangle but the rectangle need the unit and timber bitmap. We have the animated particle on the side. We have the animation, and we have a bitmap and a rectangle side. Which the one we need? And this is the most general use. So what we are going to use, we can rely on the timber bitmap because it already has been set for us. And the new rectangle, actually it is not new, it's the same rectangle that we're updating in here. But which one? What's this? Get out. What's this? Get out. Yeah, I don't remember the variables very well. I apologize. And LSX. A tab 3. Which fool does it? Is connected with this fool. Here you go. Very small function, that's why it's hard to find. And I'm too lazy to go and search for it. And what does this function do? So it is the point, in other words. Alright, we figured it out. So let's go there and take the timber crap. How did I forget that? The problem is we might not have a current crap. But let's play along. Wait, it is a rectangle. So it take what's going on here? Oh, silly me. I was thinking about accessories, these guys. And I was dealing with the accessory slot. I was like, something is amiss. Oops. The problem was not in this page, silly you. What's wrong with me? It's in this page. Hee. Yeah. That's funny. Alright. I apologize. I confused myself for a second. And wasted 10 minutes on that. 10 absolute minutes. And hopefully I didn't screw up a lot of things. I don't remember I changed any code in there. So, here we have timber accessory forms. And link. When we use this one, we still have a timber bitmap. And it's using this one, which is a mistake. We have for the first frame, let's keep it like this. Oh, great. So we don't only have forms, we have sides too, just to make the fun more funnier. Yeah, I meant it to say funnier, because this is not funny. So we need some spice to add to that. Just forget it. So each side can have different amount of frames, and this is a little bit scary because yeah, it's funny how the system fixes itself over the time. I mean, not all the work I'm doing is fixed by me. Sometimes the system interfere and fix it by itself. I don't know how to put it better than that, but before I needed to add all the data to make a meaning, but now because I have the reflection and the action condition system, I can leave it empty and don't deal with it if it's not unique, and that cut the workload on the artist and the code in the engine. So that's why it can have I can make this thing how to put it, if it is empty I should delete it. I should fix that. Yeah, if it is empty I shouldn't add it. Great. Of course this is not that necessary, really. I mean, the only difference is if I really don't need frames for these sides, I won't add a dictionary variable that have empty list inside it. That's it. And this is not a big deal, and I don't think it will affect the search that much because it's a dictionary, but it's still better to have a cleaner system. Don't save empty slots that have empty frames if they don't exist. Unfortunately, whenever I load them from the file, I was too lazy when I implement this part. I was like, you know what, let's make it mandatory, and forced the user. And that was before I finished or even started. I was starting the action condition system. So I wasn't definitely sure about what's going to happen. But now I feel there's a need to make it unmandatory. When adding a forms set for animated particle in tab 4, you should not make the set unless if it is needed. The system now is adding an empty dictionary object for all sides. Just need. So even if they don't show on the system, I don't save them in here, but that's not enough. I wanna not have them at all. I wanna not have them at all. So let's take a look. Figuring out how the system works is the most time consumer, I fear. And it's always required to have a cold mind, a cold head. Cold mind, that's weird face. A cold head when you work with code, especially when it is a little bit close to your maximum capabilities. And my capabilities are sucks, unfortunately. And that's why I'm taking too much time in here. Or maybe I just ate heavy lunch today, a lot of fries, but maybe not. Anyhow, actually I was going to take a nap. Wow, I'm really in talkative mode today. So we already know the accessory height and width because we are saving them. So let's go and check. When I select this one, I do the update and I said that's fine. I don't want to double click on this sucker. The best thing to do, am I sure I was playing with this page or the third page? This starter scares me. Yeah. Actually, this is the wrong way how to do it. Because Walker is not his own arms. But oh well. This is just fooling around, I guess. Or just trying to do anything usable for the system for testing. I should add Walker image in here and make a new accessory for the arms, but this is beside all of this. Beside all of that, I'm trying to test the system. Oh, interesting. It seems the whole thing is not programmed actually to deal with the AP. It doesn't even save and load the data. So let's take a look on this idiot. I really love that. I cannot double click to go to the delegate. That's how manually made, or it just go to the default one and create a new one like an idiot. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That's me. I need to go manually in the code and search for it. And it's not a small code as you can see, and this is the wrong code. Anyway. Take a deep breath. Here you go. I see. So he's dealing with the temporary accessory, but we are not dealing with the temporary No, I should deal with the temporary accessory even when I'm dealing with the AP, because I don't want to change the pointer to the AP while I'm editing. So I should still use this. So the guys who set the info are the ones who's screwing up. So all of these guys are calling the view helper. And I see. I see. Yeah, this series became fixing my shits and complete the codes that I completely neglect because I was an idiot. Or something like that. DB1 A tab 4. Did I say 3? I said 4. 4. 4. 4. Oh well. Who said move along? Get the hell out of here. So we are using the TIMP AP. If the TIMP AP is selected, that's mean if blink how could I forget such oh my so we need to check if this is selected or not, and if it's not, then get out of here. If it's selected, then we give it the main image. When did I put the double equal sign? Oh, of course. Silly me. The system doesn't save its own images anymore. All the images are living in one dictionary that manage them all. So if I have any object using the image of another object, I don't save in memory both of them. And I made this change a long time ago, and yet I forgot. Not forgot, but done something stupid. Human brain. Giving the string to the image. So, I believe this is automatically print the image after you change the rectangle. But just in case, let me check the function. And yes, do the calculation too. Oh, it take if it is do update, then it update. Alright. And this one update using the most general function. Alright. Fair enough. Oh man, now you open all the tabs for no reason. Am I so picky today? I might be. So let's go to TIMP AP4. Yeah. Use in your code the most common term. Congratulations. Alright, we are here. I should use bookmarks more often. So we can use the sucker, apparently. And actually it's exactly the same sucker in here. Then use it. Use it. And it should be 2 at the end. Alright. What am I missing? What am I missing? So let's give it a test quickly. I don't think I'm done yet. Let's see. Oh, so this is working so far. Is the position working? Yeah, but why it's moving by the units and not by why it's moving by the pixels, not by units? What the hell? So if I go here, let's add another accessory image. Yeah, I have new images and I should add them to the system. or download them in other words. Maybe I wanted that on purpose. Yeah, maybe I wanted that on purpose for some reason. Because this is not an animation, this is accessory. And different sized accessory forms can be applied to the same image. Yeah, silly you. That's why I'm using this function, not that function. Alright. Fair enough. So if I said 32 exactly, it will go 1 unit to the right. 16 will go half, and will become half and half. So far this is working, but I wonder if the saving and everything is working. So the tracker is not working, so let's go and take a look on it. And I never saved stuff in here, and you know what does that mean? More fucking work. Well, if I want the game support equipment or gadgets for the guns, like scopes and laser and silencer, then I need to finish this system. This is what's make the gun can support other parts of accessories, or make the human or the player hold a gun, which hold a part that's considered as a weapon that can shoot. Like imagine if you have a huge weapon that have a small sniper, I don't know, automatic sniper that shoot by itself to the enemies. So that considered a gun by itself that can be fixed on other guns. And the small gun or the sniper or whatever can support gadgets like having laser or I don't know, and it appears on the graphics. That's the most important part, that in the gameplay you see these stuff. At the same time, I don't touch the animation for walking and running with the main character, because they are all work as layers and accessories, and that's the whole idea for the system. I'm a very bad teacher. I cannot explain stuff from the top of my head. So this idiot here used the accessory GUI update. The first thing it reinitialize. I sure. Oh, this is the one that we are dealing with. Something is bothering me. When I go here and wait for a fucking century before the page appear again and click add. Take it easy. What is going to be saved in the data? So it is using the timber accessory forms. So we need to deal with that crap. So let's go and search for this sucker instead of using it. using bookmarks. Yeah, I was worried about this thing to make it slower because it's making a new accessory every time. I forgot why I'm doing that. But apparently it doesn't take more memory. The memory management is quite smart, and I moved it many times and didn't affect the memory at all, and I don't know why. So why didn't it work when I moved it? It just this is a very simple question, a very simple and humble question. Why it didn't work, and why I'm so angry. I need to calm down seriously if I want to work seriously on the project seriously. What? So let's go and take the side 22 and 32 and let's add 3 frames forms. This is the first form. And what? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So the size, it doesn't care about the size, even though that is kinda, how to put it? It doesn't care about the size, damn it. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? It doesn't care about the size, yeah. Doesn't care about the size. The size is don't you hate that when it happens? Oh, maybe it doesn't load the ones in here. At all. Alright. Now it works. But this is kinda a little bit buggling. I mean, the first design, the size is fixed. Why is that? Why not every form has its own size? So if we go to the accessory layers, yeah, it has a position, and it has something fucking useless, but I just added, just for the heck of it, the width and height, the enlargement width and height, and I put the size in this guy. Nope, not even in this guy. I believe this is the guy that's of the layer. Or is this old system? I believe this is the old system. So let me ask a question. Are you telling me this has is determined by this guy? No, it's not. So, yeah, I guess the amount of caffeine get low all of a sudden. So for some reason, the AP have a fixed accessory width. And here's the width and height. So you're telling me there's different forms for each accessory, but they cannot change it. In other words, if I want to represent different accessory forms with different sides, I must make a new accessory for each. I guess fair enough. Why did I do that? Because maybe I want each object to represent only one thing. Excuse me, even though it's too late to say that. Oh well. To be honest, I believe I'm done with this. I mean, nothing wrong in it anymore, but a lot of things bothers me. Maybe when I put all of this into a real work, it will start to show that this class actually I never used. This is, I believe, the oldest class for the whole heck, and I don't think I used it, but I'm not going to delete it now. I need to make a thoroughly check. Or actually, I can make a joke and delete it and see if the system will carry it out, but I'll do that behind the camera. What's his name? Or way later, behind the camera. So let's test this for the last second, and this behind the camera too. So this is like a commercial show. Welcome to the behind camera scene, where things are done behind the camera. Whoops, you won't see it, that's me. So let's give it the last test before I lose my mind, which I already did. This is a very dull episode. A very dull work. So I cannot add, like, if I want a walker to appear on a car, then appear on a tank, then appear on an airplane in different ways, I cannot put all of them as Walker himself with this system, unless if they all have the same side. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Well, it can make sense because he cannot become larger, can he? So, yeah. He can become smaller, and then we play with the position, but he cannot become larger. So maybe I'm making excuses why I want to keep it like this. Look at that. Oh, okay. So this thing doesn't update the view correctly. So let's go and take a look why. And with that, I will end this video, even if it takes less than 1 hour, because my mood is shifting really badly. I mean, in a very bad direction. And I don't want to keep that. So it's using this idiot. No, this is not the right code. It's using this idiot. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Why it doesn't do anything that... So apparently it doesn't upload any it doesn't call the view updater even for the accessories, apparently. So sphere, or let's call it hand, and let's add Walker image again. So we have 4 forms, and the center is 0, 0. Actually, the center is here, but I need to... Oh god, why did I say that? Tab 4, add 2 pins for position and center. Why did I say that? So it doesn't upload the image no matter what. Did I stop the thing? And that's it. Do I need to test it? No. Okay. What happened if I add a wrong format file? It would totally freak out, right? Freak out, I mean. Just like will be in a few seconds. I sounds like a depressed person. Do I? Do I? Do I? So this one is 40. Oh wow, easy. This one is 48. 32. And this one is 48. 64. So that's it. Now it's working. And it should be capable of adding. What am I doing? This is not this. So let's add the same thing in here. 32, 48. Position 0, 48. Wait, the position doesn't need a pin, but the center need a pin. And oh, resize, not only make larger, resize, I think. Anyhow, so this thing should work, and it is working. But I notice it doesn't update the volume here. Let's do that. After the Blink commercial, tracker label A4. Not you. Happy now. Alright. And that's it for this idiot. 5 hours left, and hopefully there will be enough for this idiot alone. I need to prepare my head mentally, and see you in part 27.